This is Chino with Electro Freeze Southeast. Today we are doing a disassembly video on an Electro Freeze 812H high capacity slush machine. Typically you would have your mix swirling around inside the freezing cylinder. What you want to do is put the machine on clean and then extract all your product out and then put it into your refrigerator. Next we're going to run a sanitizer or cleaner through the machine to flush the rest of the product out of the machine, and you want to put that in your 3-compartment sink. So we're going to start by disassembling the machine. We're going to take our hopper cover off. We are going to take the door off by unscrewing the 2 knobs. With both hands, we'll want to pull the door gently off. And then we are going to pull the whole entire beater out with both hands to make sure that the rear does not hit and dent the freezing cylinder. We're going to take out our drip tray. And then we're going to take off our flavor rail. So what you would want to do after you take out all the parts would be to sanitize a cleaning rag, and you want to wipe the inside of the hopper. And then you want to wipe the outside of the machine, anything that has mix in it. And then what we want to do is we want to dip a cleaning brush or use a cleaning rag and wipe the inside of the freezing cylinder. And then we're going to want to wipe the outside of the machine to make sure that everything's nice and sanitized and has time to air dry before we clean the parts and put it all back in. What we do want to do is use a cleaning brush, dip it into sanitizer, and you'll want to clean the hole that's on top that leads to the freezing cylinder. This will make sure that all the product that you have stuck to the walls, that it does not grow any type of mold, and make sure nice and clean product for your customer. All right, let's start by taking all the parts apart. Okay, so these are all our parts off of the machine. We're going to start by taking it all apart. You want to pull the ball knob off by unscrewing it. Then there's a nut that holds the piston in. We'll want to unscrew that as well. So we're going to pop the piston out. There is a door gasket for the door, so you want to pull that off. These individual gaskets and the black gaskets need to be lubed properly and to put back into the machine. This is our air bleed plug, and our outlet valve needs to be taken off. There's a spring. So we're going to take all these black gaskets off, which needs to be cleaned underneath because, you know, grooves like this trap actual bacteria. There is a gasket that holds this spring valve on. We'll want to take that off. And then we'll want to take that gasket off. And then there's another one toward the front that we want to take off as well. And then there is a gasket on the outlet valve. And then there's also gaskets on the air bleed. All right, and then we're gonna move on to our beater assembly. So we're gonna pop the scraper blades off by lessening the tension on the springs. Next, we're gonna pull the breaker bar off. And then we are gonna take the beater seal off. The beater seal has no gasket, so you should be okay. And then we will take all these individual parts and take it to our 3-compartment sink. And what we would do is we would clean everything, sanitize it properly, let it air dry, and then we'll put it back on the machine after it has time to dry. All right, thanks for joining us.